Thank you very much for your very kind words. Actually, I think it's my obligation to do something for sport because I'm the very first European Commissioner who bears the word sport in the title of the portfolio, so I have to do something, and it's my obligation, and I'm very happy to be here because I think there is a strategic alliance between us, and thank you for your cooperation and for your help in reaching our goals in sports policy at European level. You are really a key actors in healthy way of living and sport activities, because I think most often you are the most accessible points of sports activities for the ordinary people. You are down the streets, on the corner, the gyms, the fitness clubs, which is the most accessible points of making some sport activities. And I'm really impressed by the size and the organization of the FIBO International Trade Show that's just being launched. I think it's important, it's very important for me, even personally, to be here, just because we share a lot of objectives with the fitness sector. First of all, we share the important goal of increasing participation in sport and physical activity in general. Today in the EU, 3 out of 5 adults exercise or play sport less than once a week. And if we go up in the age tree, in the age groups, as you just saw, we have even worse results in that respect. This must change. Physical inactivity has negative impacts on our health and our economies. A recent study by the Center for Economics and Business Research estimated the cost of physical inactivity to be 80 billion euros per year in the EU. What is more, we risk losing out on the huge benefits that sport and physical activity have to give to our society. Sport brings people together, helping to build friendships, to build open, diverse communities. The terrible recent terror attacks in Brussels are a stark reminder that this is critical today. Let me recall briefly what the EU is doing to encourage people to be more active. The recommendation adopted by European sports ministers on health-enhancing physical activity remains a very important instrument. EU member states are currently implementing it with the support of the European Commission and in cooperation with the World Health Organization. Concretely, we are co-financing projects and events through the sport chapter of the Erasmus Plus program. We are currently supporting 31 projects with a total of almost 12 million euros, and yearly budgets are scheduled to increase over the coming years. I'm glad to see that Europe Active is taking part in Erasmus Plus, as we just saw it. To promote grassroots sport even more, we organized the first ever European Week of Sport last year. I would like to thank Europe Active for its involvement in preparing this initiative and getting it off the ground. We are now working on the second edition of the week, due to take place in September. With useful feedback and lessons learned, I'm convinced that we will do even better. This year, the world of fitness will again play a major role in the week, with a focus day devoted to fitness. The future success of this initiative depends to a large extent on the involvement of players such as yourselves. I can only encourage you to become even more active in this initiative and benefit from the visibility that the European Week of Sport offers. There are other examples of cooperation between Europe Active and the European Commission. Last year, I set up a high-level advisory group to come up with ideas on how the EU can support grassroots sport even more effectively. I'm also determined to tackle the big threats to the integrity of sport. Threats such as bad governance of sport organizations, match fixing, and doping. In particular, the issue of illegal drug use has been in the spotlight lately. We should bear in mind that this is no longer limited to professional sport. The use of performance and image-enhancing drugs is a growing concern in recreational sport and fitness centers. This is crucial if we are to reduce the use of these substances in recreational sport. Finally, a last goal that we are sharing is boosting economic growth and job creation, the top political priority of this European Commission. The fitness sector's ambitious goal to have 80 million members in health and fitness centers by 2025 can only be achieved by means of innovation. The new study, which has just been presented here, can help in reaching this target. I'm convinced that the fitness sector, through its organizations and creativity, has what it takes to attain such growth. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to thank you once more for your work in promoting regular physical activity. I'm convinced that today's exchange of innovative ideas will help the fitness sector grow further. I wish you great success with this year's trade show. Thank you very much.